this video, we discuss the relationship between full span, center frequency, and IQ rate for the Spectran V6 Plus. This behavior is slightly different from the V6 Eco, where the lower frequency limit is 9 kHz. On the V6 Plus, the specified lower frequency is 10 MHz. In this example, the current center frequency is 192.5 MHz, with the span set to full and an IQ rate of 92 MHz. That means you have half of the IQ rate to the left and half to the right of the center frequency, so 46 MHz on each side. This results in a start frequency of about 150 MHz and an end frequency of about 240 MHz. Depending on your hardware and license, other IQ rate options may be available. For example, if you have 245 MHz of real-time bandwidth, the center frequency would be different, but the same calculation applies. It is always half of the IQ rate below and half above the center. If you try to set the center frequency to 10 MHz directly in this configuration, the system will not allow it. You can type 10 MHz into the center frequency field, but the value will not be accepted. The reason is with the current IQ rate and span, using 10 MHz as the center would drive the start frequency into negative values, such as minus 36 MHz. The software prevents that, so with this setting, you remain safely in the positive range from 150 to 240 MHz. Now change the span to half. With half span selected, you can adjust the center frequency again. Set the center frequency to 93.75 MHz. The same principle applies. You now have only half of the full IQ rate, so 23 MHz to the left and 23 MHz to the right. This gives you a start frequency of about 72 MHz and an end frequency of about 116 MHz. You might now ask how to reach down toward 10 MHz. To do this, open the calibration section in the left-hand menu. Disable the bypass filter amplifier option. With the bypass filter turned off, you can set the center frequency to a lower value. For example, you can choose a center frequency such that your lower edge is around 5 MHz. You can now see where the lower part of your span lies. Even in this case, the start frequency does not become negative. You still have 23 MHz below and above the center frequency. In this configuration, your range is roughly 5 MHz up to about 51 MHz. With this setting, you are operating in a region where the V6 Plus is not calibrated. Remember that the calibrated lower frequency limit on the V6 Plus is 10 MHz. At 5 MHz, you are already outside the calibrated range, so level accuracy is no longer guaranteed. You can also apply the same ideas in a more complex mission. From the File menu, select Open Recent Mission. Choose the Extended Sweep mission. If a Missing Devices dialog appears, simply close it. You now see a mission where the V6 is operating in swept spectrum mode. We will demonstrate the limits here as well. In the Spectran V6 block, open the Calibration section. You can now see that the bypass filter is turned off or set to auto. Using the Sweep Zoom block together with the Spectrum Analyzer, the system can automatically start sweeps at about 5 MHz. This works because resolution bandwidth filters are active in the background, allowing the sweep to operate down to that range. If you think you can go even lower by enabling the bypass filter, that is not the case. Again, the software avoids any configuration that would imply negative start frequencies, and the calibrated lower limit of the V6 remains 10 MHz. For more information, check out our other videos on our YouTube page, or visit aroniausa.com. And if you have ideas for other videos you'd like to see, leave us a comment below.